Hello, everyone. Hey, I know the next 3 days are going to be quite busy, and so I wanted to record a short video kind of explaining the process of our peer reviews and what to expect. So I'm right here on our module 3, and if you can see right here, by tonight, the 26th, we have our annotated bibliography draft. The rough draft is due. By tomorrow night, the peer review for that rough draft is going to be due. And then a couple days after that, the final is going to be due. But also I want you to note the points that each of these are worth, because peer reviews are very, very important. It's impossible for a writer to get an accurate view of their writing just from their own assessment, because we always know what we're trying to say. And so we can fill in the blanks that might appear in our writing with our own thoughts. So we need to get other people's eyes on our paper, because they don't have access to our thoughts, and all they can rely on is what's on the paper, which is something that we need to keep in mind. And so the final annotated bibliography is going to be worth 100 points. But if you look, the two parts of this peer review added together are going to be 70 points. So that's quite a bit. So keep that in mind. Don't opt out on this. This is a chance where we are going to help one another, not critique, not correct, not lecture to one another, but we are helping one another succeed. So let's look in. I'm going to open up the rough draft. And the process of the rough draft, the way it's set up here is by tonight, by 11:59 p.m. Arizona time, students need to submit a rough draft of their annotated bibliography, and it only has to be 2 out of the 4 sources. So it doesn't have to be a complete annotated bibliography, but it has to have, some components. So the I'm going to say hypotheses, or the guesses of what the theses are going to be, in our project 2 and project 3, but also the citations for each source and the annotation, the notes for each source, just for 2. Okay, so get those in. You'll just start assignment, submit them that way, get them in, and look down here at the rubric to see, what you need to include in this. Make sure you go back to the student examples and the explanations of annotated bibliography so you don't forget to include anything. So get that in there by midnight tonight, and then within a couple hours, you will all be assigned 2 peers' names, okay? And those peers' names will show up right up here on your page, and they'll be in red, and so you shouldn't be able to miss them. So that's the first part, okay? If you go to the next page, this is the actual peer review, and you'll have until tomorrow night to get this done. You will go ahead, and there's 2 parts. First of all, you're going to obviously give feedback to your peers, but you're also going to send me a little note that lets me know that it's done and that I can go in and look and see that it's done. I don't know why they have that first, because that has to be done after you do the peer review. But what you will do is you will you'll click on the names, open up that peer review, and follow these directions. Okay, this walks you through step by step of how to open one another's papers, how to give feedback. And then finally, you're going to leave, after you give feedback, you're going to annotate right on their papers. Okay, give your feedback just like we've been doing with our, with the perusal readings, but you're going to do that right with their drafts. And finally, you're going to give them a little short comment in their comment box of an overview of feedback. And then you're going to submit that. Remember, come down here to the rubric so you could use that as like a checklist. So you can remember everything that you need to do. After you give them feedback, make sure you send me a little note also that lets me know that it's done, okay? And then after you get your feedback, make sure you open up the feedback that your peers have given, look at that feedback, and kind of apply their suggestions if you choose, you're still the writer if you choose, into your final drafts, which are going to be due on the 29th. Keep in mind that because I want you, and this is a direction I receive, because we want you to rely on one another for this section, I will not be giving feedback at this point. However, I will give you so much feedback on your rough draft, and I will give you a couple days to, if you wish, after you get your grades back, if you want to revise and resubmit, if you get a B or lower, that's absolutely fine. That's kind of how I give you my feedback. But right now we're simply relying on one another. So hopefully this helps clarify. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck and have a great day.